In today's video, I will discuss a prominent characteristic that women unconsciously seek in men. Often, women are unaware that they are searching for this specific trait that I'm about to address. This characteristic holds significant power and most of the time determines whether a woman will feel attracted to a man, whether she will give him a chance to get to know her better, and whether she will develop admiration, desire, including sexual desire, and even the willingness to have a relationship with that man. If you approach a woman and ask her about the characteristics she looks for in a man, let me tell you what she will likely say. She will probably mention that she seeks a man who is educated, hardworking, loyal, honest, truthful, and a gentleman. When she says these things, she isn't lying, as she genuinely desires a man with these qualities. However, when responding to this question, she is using her rational side. A woman's rational side leads her to believe that she wants a man exactly like that. However, both men and women in relationships are much more influenced by our limbic system than the rational side of our brain. The limbic system is responsible for forming our emotions and it governs our decisions in relationships, often more than our rational thinking. We often wish to believe that we are driven by our reason, but that's not entirely true, even in the case of women. The same applies to men. Therefore, for a man, it's crucial to evoke a woman's emotions. Although she might feel fondness and affection for him, she will never experience true attraction or sexual desire for that man. So, the question is, how exactly do you evoke a woman's emotions? The first essential quality a man needs to possess is detachment. Imagine the following scenario: you spot a woman who piques your interest and decide to approach her. Naturally, she will realize that you're interested, but what truly makes a difference is the concept of detachment. Detachment isn't about not wanting something, but rather not depending on that something. In this context, you want to be with her, but you're not conditioned by that need. In other words, you want her, but you don't need her. When a woman perceives that a man is detached, she understands that he's interested, but he's not solely seeking her to fill a void. He has various desires in life, and while he wants her, he doesn't place that need upon her. When this sentiment is communicated through gestures, words, or even through silence, because at times, silence communicates a lot, it profoundly impacts the woman's emotions. This conveys to her that you are an independent man, emotionally strong, qualities that women precisely seek in a man. Therefore, this detachment is incredibly powerful. For instance, imagine a woman comes up to you and says, "I'm confused. I don't know if I want to continue this relationship. My feelings are all over the place." At that moment, she's not saying you did something wrong, it's merely internal confusion. If she says something like that, you can look into her eyes and say, "I like you, I'm enjoying our time together and the journey we've had so far. I want to continue, but I'm not willing to be in a relationship with someone who is uncertain about their feelings. I deserve more than that, and I'd prefer to end things if that's the case." With this approach, you're communicating that you like her, but you're also prioritizing your own emotional well-being. This shows her that you value yourself and aren't willing to subject yourself to an uncertain situation. This type of attitude not only respects your own dignity but hers as well. By adopting this stance, you're demonstrating that you value your emotional security and aren't willing to proceed in an uncertain relationship. When you communicate this to the woman, you're automatically affecting the workings of her brain, influencing what she was contemplating. This happens because she perceives you as a strong, detached, firm, and gentlemanly man, someone who If you're in this case where you haven't even connected yet, imagine that you sent a message to this woman, asking something, and she left you hanging, didn't respond, stayed online but didn't care about your message. The tip I give you is to wait about 24 hours, or a day, after her silence. If she hasn't responded by then yes, you can send another message. But this new message shouldn't be heavy, without pressure. It's a lighter message. For example, Let's say the last thing you asked was like, "Tell me where you're from." So, if the woman forgot to respond, wait about 24 hours and then send a new message. This new message should be simple, like, "Hey, how's it going?" And then you can send a picture of a cool event happening in town, or a nice restaurant, or something like that, something light and simple. What matters is that you're starting a new topic, but without demanding, because at this moment, when a true connection hasn't happened yet, it's not cool to pressurize. This is the moment you'll understand if she was busy or just didn't pay attention to your messages and forgot to reply. This is because you're not a priority for her yet. If she realizes that you're someone worth it, she'll respond. Now, if she's genuinely uninterested, she'll ignore again. Regardless of the reason, whether she's involved with someone else or something else, if she keeps ignoring you, it's time for you to take a break from this situation. This way, you're not wasting your time and avoiding possible annoyances. But there's also a second situation. If you've already had that deeper contact, meaning if this woman has shown interest in you at some point, you've had good conversations, she's invested time in the conversation, shared things about her day and life, maybe you've gone out a few times or even had more significant meetings, then you're already connected. Now, if this woman who has shown interest starts ignoring you, then it's time to ask 3 important questions. Did you give too much power to this woman by placing yourself in an inferior position to hers? Did you start glorifying how amazing she was, saying you'd never met anyone like her and how lucky you were that she paid attention to you? Or perhaps you put her on a pedestal. This is something to question. The second question is, did you take any actions that turned off her attraction? I'll tell you about some behaviors that can do that, like being clingy, showing neediness, insecurity, or excessive jealousy. If you've adopted any of these behaviors, know that it can naturally make her lose interest and push her away, even if she doesn't realize it. And the third question that's really important, has this woman become the main focus of your life lately? In other words, do you constantly expect to see a message from her, and if she wants to go out, do you rearrange your whole life to fit her plans? If this woman has become your main life goal and your life doesn't have a clear and specific purpose that you're really passionate about, it's quite likely that you'll start putting her at the center of your attention, making her your primary focus, and this energy is something she feels. Over time, this undermines her interest. So, ask yourself these 3 questions. Did you give her too much power by putting yourself beneath her? Did you take any actions that decreased her attraction? Has she become the main focus of your life? Why is it important to answer these questions honestly? To learn, improve, and move forward. Improvement means analyzing what you might have done wrong so you don't repeat it.